Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but two things right now. Jack and shit. And Jack left town.
All right, we're heading into Walmart first this week. Let's see what fun we can get into inside this Walmart. Hey, somebody was actually looking at the physical media up front, so I had to start back here at the Collectibles. They don't have too much in this Walmart. They do have a restock of the little pale girl. They got Joker. You know, I used to be big into these figures. I'm not buying that many. Got Thundercats. Multiple of those. I saw another YouTuber say he liked those. And they got these cool statues. There's a Mr. Fantastic. And Black Panther. That's kind of cool. And then they restocked the Batman 89 figure. You can barely even see it in there.
Where does it get those wonderful toys?
And Dragon Ball Z. And there's another Batman down there. A bunch of mystery figures. Look at here, we got some Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, hell yeah!
Yep, oh hell yeah. I'm not much into Pops anymore. It would have to be something really special. Look at there, there's a Triple H. Look, he's spitting the water. Look, 3D. That's kind of cheesy actually, but either way. All right. Oh, look at that crossover. Turtles and Godzilla, even in the Pops. And over here in the PlayStation section, yeah, you know what we think of PlayStation, right? These days. Yeah, so what else they got? Anime. Hey, somebody put this Batman 89 over here. Anybody think those are silly because they're sealed on both ends? You can't open the figure. I'm going to price that thing, see how much it costs. But got Minions right beside Art the Clown. Art was here. This is just a hodgepodge mess. Look at there, Kid Robot. You know, I bought one of those cheap clearance at one of the Walmarts. Look at here, Mint Hole. That's all you need is mint for your hole. Extreme. Mint on the hole would be extreme, wouldn't it? Alright, so I'm back over on this side because those people moved, so I'm going to work my way back up. Just showing you the slipcovers. You can still get the glow-in-the-dark ones and the neon sign ones. Army of Darkness, we've been watching some of those on the channel. What'd you guys think of Evil Dead Burn if you watched it? Then they got TV stuff. And in the $5 section over here, they still got Running Man and Transformers on Blu-ray in the $5 section. And then we got Frankenstein DVD, Minions, Smile. That Punisher right there, that movie is actually pretty good with Thomas Jane. I like that movie. And this one is the one that's got two $5 sections. So what do we got over here? We got some Barbie. We got Countdown, Smurfs, Sick. Then we got that 4-movie pack there. Excalibur. The 3 scary movies. The first 3, the good ones. And what is this? 40 Acres. That's something new, I think. Braveheart. Clueless. Oh well, let's get out of this section. And then I'll circle back up because the people are actually moved, but there's nothing up here anyway. Look at there, they had Obsession on 4K. They got the movie Normal. We got Scream. We got Michael on DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K. We got a restock of Avatar on Steelbook. Speaking of Steelbooks, let's look over here on the side. So it looks like they did finally stock some stuff. That's that Office. What is this? Night Patrol. The Office Superfan Edition, extended episodes. They do have that with a spider wrap. And then we've got the Untouchables. That's kind of cool. We got Crawl. I really like that movie. 4K digital steelbook of that. Then we got a guilty pleasure of mine, Howard the Duck.
I have developed a greater appreciation for the female version of the human anatomy.
Anniversary edition. We got Child's Play. We got Hunt for Red October. The Flintstones. What else we got? Deep Water. The Mortuary Assistant, Shark Terror, and look for that review I just did of Predator Wastelands. Then we got Schwarzenegger Eraser. Not too much here. I don't think they've added anything here. Yeah, we saw Deepwater last week. These are all the movie packs. Why Primates over there? I don't know. Just random throwing movies into the sections. Trap House. You know, not really seeing a whole lot new, so I think we're done in this section. On the way back, up front, they had this Spider-Man display. Looks like they got some plush. Hey, they do have one of the popcorn buckets. Got two small ones. Got the Spider-Man there. That's pretty neat. Spider-Man's the only one on this one. I think they'd have a Punisher one, I guess. I don't know. Got a Venom figure. Doesn't look like a lot here. Look, got shit all in the way. Well, nothing over here anyway but pops. What about it? And what's on this side? The mini, those figures, we've seen those little mini ones before. Nothing interesting. Alright, well, let's go into Target and see what they've got today. I want this. My wife hates when I do this. Every time y'all piss me off at work, I'm going to put that on my desk and do that. Oh, they got the one reel on it now. So, I'm going to shake around in here and see what we can find. It's got Rhea and Cody and who else?
That's what I'm doing some days today. Look at that.
Oh, well.
This one not.
In the wrestling section, they do have this John Cena Top Picks figure. The Last Time Is Now. And then they've got the WWE Superstars. Those are the chase ones with the black cards. And then they did have this John Cena Ultimate. And a Randy Orton. Dude, look at that face scan. That is like the silliest, one of the silliest ones I've ever seen. And I dropped that one, but that's the John Cena. That one's all crushed up, so. Oh well. That's a nice, decent looking figure. That one's not crushed, but the box is cut at the top, so either way. They've put out a few new things here. We got the Rivals, the Punisher. I'm not big into the style of these, but look at that. Jeff the Land Shark with Venom. You gotta love Jeff the Land Shark. Look at there. I found the statue of that clearance at Walmart. We got the Queen, Marlena, the King and Queen. Do they have the King? I would buy the King to put with my vintage figures. All they got's the Queen. Oh well. Nope, just her. That's the only one they got. I don't think I'm gonna buy that though. And nothing much on the DC front. So back here, they're rearranging everything. Maybe we're going to get some NECA figures. They got these little Batman mystery figures. Look at these, the melts. Remember we saw those Culture Fly melts in bags in Walmart? Because I remember I got the Michael Myers. That was the only one I really wanted. SpongeBob ones. A lot of mystery figures. So they're stocking and they're moving everything around. Look at that cool little display there, PlayStation. Yeah, that's what we think of PlayStation. And, oh, Munchie Chi. My wife always talks about Munchie Chi. Munchie Chi Series 1. $25 for that. Look at this. Munchie Chi Series 1. $25. On the way out, look, they got these arcades back in stock. Arcade 1-Up, I thought they went out of business, but they got Pac-Man, Miss Pac-Man, Galaga. They got some gaming signs over here. Fortnite. Those are pretty neat looking. All right, we're going to stick our head, or as I always tell my wife and everything else, in Ross Dress for Less. They're getting a lot of NECA stuff in here. Or look at here, some DC figures. There's Superman. And there's a Batman. It's pretty neat. Anything else? Look at this mess. Got statues, got turtle figures. I think those are like $30. Got that Batman boomerang. You got shoes thrown in here. Got statues of anime. Guliana. NECA figures. $16.99, I think is what those are. I don't even know. It's like it's making me nervous, all this shit in here. I just hate the way stuff's piled up. These turtle sets, I think, are all $30. Yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Even if they had anything, you never better find it. What is this? A Freddy figure. Shit, that figure's in there backwards, isn't it? Damn. Nightmare on Elm Street 3. I should get that, just maybe it's an error. I don't know. Got some Spider-Man stuff here. What is this? Oh, some people are finding those AEW figures. I thought that's what that was, but it's not. It's Hot Wheels. What else is up here? There's a Child's Play Chucky figure. I'm dropping shit trying to get it out. I'm not going to try, but I did get it out of there. And then down here they got a Batmobile from the Batman with the figure. Got some Ultraman stuff. That's not that expensive. Got some more turtles. Got the same one we saw. I'm just looking for NECA stuff. What's up here? Damn, man. This place is a mess. Got a Masters of the Universe. That's the way that thing's packaged? That's kind of cheesy. I don't know. Alright, I'm distraught. Let's go into Barnes & Noble, man. That Ross was just a disorganized mess. So they got Michael in here. 30% off. Then they got Deep Water on DVD. They got The Mummy. There's a slipcover version. I like that slipcover. And the Blu-ray version, only 20% off, though. Let's see what we got on the shelf. Got good old Airplane on 4K. Hey, I think that's a new Radiance movie. I wonder if that stuff's still 50% off. We're at the tail end of the Criterion sale. Maybe that's not on sale anymore after this weekend either. Dogma. Devil's Advocate. Got one in a security case and one without. Why? Death Becomes Her, a very underrated movie. Got Bruce Willis. Idiocracy. Why isn't there not a Blu-ray of that? You can get the DVD for $8. Interstellar, good movie. Jackie Brown. I think that's only the Blu-ray though. Yeah. There's a 4K of that, obviously. Is anybody getting the Kill Bill that's coming out from Lionsgate this week? This coming week. Kiss of the Spider Woman. Last Tango in Paris. I know that's a famous movie. Is that the only reason why it's one of the only Vinegar Syndromes you get in here? They still got Lethal Weapon on Steelbook, and they'll keep it for $50. Ben-Hur's only 20% off. Is there any other movies in these red cases? I need a red case. I want to put Hard Eyes in a red case, but I'm not spending that much on it. Somebody send me a red case. Ferris Bueller. Somebody told me one of these versions of the DVD or Blu-ray had a commentary that's not on the 4K. Friday the 13th. Was that Friend? With Bill Murray. Another Radiance film. I think that's new. The Boxer. I don't know much about that movie at all. Cannonball Run. What's this? Yeah, has anybody ever seen that? I saw it last week on the end cap. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Pretty good movie. I finally watched that. The Godfather, that's a reissue of the Steelbook. Anything up here? Confess Fletch, pretty decent movie. Not, obviously not as good as the ones with Chevy Chase, but not bad. Hamnet. I never bought that. Signs. Let's get out of this section. Over on the television, they've got anime mixed in. Animal Farm. Standard editions. Is that any good? Has anybody seen that? Might pick that up one day when there's nothing else to get. Like that'll ever happen. Not seeing too much new in this section, but we'll keep giving it a glance over. A lot of that Acorn TV stuff, Twin Peaks. And then that works, and it's over to, it says television, but this is where the family titles are. And then it works right into the Arrow titles, like at the Turtles, Excalibur, The Mask, Red Sonja. They finally stocked Mortal Kombat. That's nice to see in store. True Romance, you guys know that was written by Quentin Tarantino. Torso, there's another. Yeah, that's a Radiance film. So they can get Radiance, but they can't get Criterion. I did talk to the manager, and he said that they are going to try to get some Criterions. I know they randomly got one or two. They want to get the Criterion section back. So cross your fingers. Maybe they will in my store. I don't want to have to drive an hour away just to look through Criterions. But that's what I did in that hunt. Go check out that video. I think that's new there. And then over here where they keep a lot of the Steelbooks, The Burbs, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, American Pie, Jaws. Where'd all the damn James Bonds go? I know nobody bought those things. Cloud Atlas is 40% off. Eraser. Road Trip. I was always asking which one do you like better, Road Trip or Euro Trip? Little Nicky. The Nesting, the only other Vinegar Syndrome title that they have. Nobody's going to buy that unless it's on sale. Then they still have all these retro slipcovers for 40% off. Hey, they finally got Opportunity Knocks with one. That's the 90s. They got Cold Steel. There's that Untouchables. The Bride. Who's Harry Crumb? I like that movie. Fear. That's a good one. I think that's new. Dan. I'm not much on that either way. Fallout. Boogie Nights. I like that One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest cover. They got some sale stuff here. What's over here? Let's see. The Texas Rangers is 40% off. That's a Kino title. Fahrenheit 451. That's not a bad price for that. 50th anniversary. The Big Lebowski Fast Time. So is Universal 50% off? Nice. Hansel and Gretel 50% off of that. So that's less than $10. Little Shop of Horrors. Monty Python's Meaning of Life. Damn, man. Got The Abyss. That's a good deal there. 50% off. Let the Right One In. Glengarry Glen Ross. I love that movie. Definitely recommend that thing for $11. Friday the 13th. The Gambler. I didn't even know that was on Blu-ray. I've got that DVD set. That's even in widescreen. Damn. Might have to check that out. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them. Fight Club. So not all of them are marked 50% in this section, but La La Land, what about you? What do you guys think of the poster or changing that artwork on it? Death Becomes Her. We just talked about that on. There's another 40% off title. The Hustler. I'm just looking at Blu-rays for right now. E.T. 30% off. Nobody 2. That's a good movie. Got Abbott and Costello. We got Wicked. Oppenheimer. So is all of this supposed to be 50% off? Shaun of the Dead. And then over on the flip side, they still have some Radiance titles. Those are the same ones. Daddy's Home 2 is $10. Shaun of the Dead there was $10. Same ones. Got a 5-film collection. Oh, that's new in the line of duty, so that's be good. 50% off of that. Damn. So still 50% off of the Radiant. That's 88 films. Damn. So lots of good sales at Barnes & Noble this week.
Is that all you've got? Eternia shall witness my rise. That sword is mine. Fools! I am Skeletor!
Until we meet again. So what is up, everybody? We're looking online to see what releases would have come out this past week. And that way you can see, obviously, what I didn't see on the movie hunt. But we still go out and have fun, right? So July 21st was the week that we were looking. And my stores never put out anything on release day. So we might find some of these next week. But Falling Down 4K from Arrow Video. Looking forward to getting that one into the collection. Probably Barnes & Noble will end up having that one. Pleasantville gets a 4K release from Shout Select. Then we get the 7th Voyage of Sinbad. Gets a 4K Blu-ray digital release. Unlawful Entry 4K is coming out from, I think that was a Shout Factory, Screen Factory. The cool thing about that one is, I know that was one of those limited releases, I think, when it first hit Blu-ray on their site, and a lot of people missed it, and then they released it again. Well, now you get a 4K that's got the Blu-ray in it, so even better. Really underrated performance by Kurt Russell and Ray Liotta in that one. So we get I'll Remind You of Everything, the films of Mike Mills. I'm not familiar with that at all, so if anybody knows about that, put in the comments down below. Cruel Story of Youth 4K. That's a Criterion release. So if you hurry up and get that like right now, you'll get it 50% off. Madagascar Escape to Africa gets a 4K release. Reviver 3, that's one of the Vinegar Syndrome titles, along with Faces of Death 2. I've got that ordered. I haven't gotten it, but I'll just go ahead and tell you. The first one, I ended up with 2 copies of that, and I can't even sell the damn thing on eBay. I might put it on Macari. So if anybody's looking for one of the 4K sealed, never been opened sets of the original Faces of Death, it's kind of hard to find now. Kind of hard to get sealed. If you're looking for one of those, hit me up. I got one, and I'll sell it to you cheap if you're a supporter of the channel. Well, cheaper. I'm not going to give it to you, but you know what I'm saying. We'll work out a deal. Radiance the Boxer. We actually saw that in Barnes & Noble. Can you believe it? Anyone But You. I'm not a huge fan of Glenn Powell, so I'm okay with the Blu-ray of that, even though you might get to see Sydney Sweeney in 4K, but I'll pass. I've got that on Blu-ray, and that's good enough. Pillion, is that how you pronounce that? Digipack. I didn't even remember. I remembered it was coming out, and then just totally blanked me that I needed to order that from the A24, because I think it's an A24 store exclusive, so I'll get that one. The Double. We saw that in Barnes & Noble. Tetsuo, the Bullet Man. Not familiar with that movie at all. The Love That Remains. There's the Blu-ray of Falling Down. The Maverick Queen, Stavitsky, The Triumph of the Will. We get our Indicator release, another one. Stavitsky was one. There's Full House. Amazing Grace. There's I guess the Blu-ray of that. I'll remind you of everything. Another Indicator title. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Cruel Story of Youth. There's Blu-ray. Yul Brynner and Escape from Zarain. Bad Girl, complete collection, some anime, Why We Fight, Japanese organized crime boss. Will It Happen Again? Night of the Living Dead gets a Blu-ray 3D release. I bet that's an awesome release. You get World War Blue, some anime. Animal Crackers from the Marx Brothers in 3D. I'm not sure why we would need that in 3D. A bunch of anime there. The Coconuts, another Marx Brothers movie in 3D. Psychonaut, and Ginger in the Morning with Sissy SpaceX. So not a lot coming out. A bunch of catalog stuff, some really obscure titles, some 1A24 movies, some Vinegar Syndrome stuff, but probably Falling Down and Unlawful Entry are the main two titles I'm looking forward to. Put in the comments down below of these. What are you going to buy? And let's go ahead and now just close out that video. So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter, and that's me on the sign, because JeffMan316 Live is where you and I join up right here, usually Sunday nights around 9 p.m., sometimes 10 p.m. Eastern. We watch along the movie, talk about pop culture, physical media, and that's what this was, the pop culture / physical media hunt of the week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you keep supporting the channel in all the ways I tell you, and all of my information is always down below. eBay store, help me there. Valoria Video affiliate link, help me there. Code JevMan316 get you 10% off your first purchase. My social media is down there. I don't do as much as I should on there, but support me there. I got a figure laying here. I did a hunt recently in Five Below. Watch that video. We have fun on this channel, and I like to let you know when I find cheap collectibles or when there's movies that I think you should find. So didn't find a lot of movies this week. We did find some other stuff. So hopefully you came along for the ride and just had some fun with me. Collecting physical media is what this is all about. We don't want to just talk about streaming, even though I do stream. But I make sure anything I really want and always want to preserve, I do it with physical media, because I'm not just a collector. I like to just get some movies, and I don't need 5 different versions of them in a box set with posters and cards and stuff. Sometimes I do, like Jaws, for instance, or Halloween, but a lot of times I just want to get one good physical copy of the movie to have in the collection in case something happens and you can't stream it. So hopefully you guys will keep supporting me in physical media. The easiest way to support me is like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all the normal YouTube stuff. Please support me any way you can, like I said, and then once you subscribe, which I know you want to, please hit the notification bell and you'll know when I post new videos. So watch all the videos coming up. I got one promoting a Jaws documentary. Yeah, you're going to need a bigger shelf for all this Jaws merch you're going to get. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316, your pop culture reporter. I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there. Bang, bang.
I'm ready. I swear to God, I'm ready.